Friends, it's time we talk about the Super Bowl. Hello, friends. It's time we talk about the Super Bowl. I'm gonna just start reacting here.
The National Football League welcomes you to the Pepsi Super Bowl 55 halftime show.
Here, just descending from the Raptors with some red eyes. This is pleasant. Almost like this kind of Christ-like, arms are out, you know, choir garb on, glowing red eyes, descending into the stadium. That is just lovely. Okay, so the guy descending looks like to be some kind of red-eyed choir master, and there's all of these people in Christian choir robes that are sort of, I guess, in like a welcoming upward position. And they all have these sort of beady red eyes that stare out at you, okay? This is very, it's very strange, I think, to see a dark hooded figure with red eyes. I think that is intrinsically dark. I think that there's something about that right off the bat is kind of intrinsically satanic, or it's intrinsically scary, it's intrinsically nightmarish to us, because often predators have those, you know, bright red eyes in pretty much all the horror movies and a lot of different cinema media. Oh, okay. So these are actually cyborgs. Oh, isn't that interesting? So these are actually cyborgs. They have metal-like masks on, and it looks like the red eyes are some kind of like cyborg goggle thing. And if you're a watcher of my channel, you'll know that transhumanism and the development of AI is a really big topic and a really big challenge that we face, and there are individuals that would be interested in basically making this seem more normal, making this seem glamorous, and this could be sort of what's going on here. It is very weird to see AI cyborg people as in a position of a priest or something like that. It's very strange. I mean, out of all the things that you could do for a Super Bowl performance, this is very unusual. Got some. You know, even though they're robots, even though they're like priest robots, they still got the moves in the audience. They're really giving it here. Strange. Okay, so there's a song change, and then suddenly these marquees start lighting up, and we can now see that the choir masters, or these sort of cyborg priest individuals, are actually standing in what looks like a cityscape. So there's a bunch of basically what looks like apartment buildings, or just basically like they're in a city, they're singing out from a city. And what's strange is that there's these marquees now lighting up that say things like alone, and looks like one says touch.
Human on the road, you doing promo. You said keep our business on the low. I'm just trying to get you out the friend zone, 'cause you look even better than the photo. I can't find you, send me the info.
Oh, it says enough, touch, alone. That's so weird, because it's like there's this cityscape, and then emerging as though they're the thoughts of the people in the city. They're saying, you know, we feel alone, we're missing touch. And this is very kind of poignant, because I think everybody has been in lockdown and very limited for the last year. And it's kind of like they did some kind of brainstorming session where they took the words that people were suffering with the most, or were saying the most, and kind of put them into this installation. So we have this city, this glowing city, the robot priests, which are now kind of taking off their masks and like moving it around, and they are, you know, basically in these kind of honestly very isolating words. It's not saying go team, or, you know, happiness, or you know, I don't watch football, but whatever football terms, maybe touchdown would be nicer than alone. Maybe score would be nicer than the word enough. I don't know. This has always been my issue with these halftime shows, is that you could literally do anything you wanted, and yet they always end up having this kind of dark underpinning, always black and red, which is the lower spectrum of the lower astral. Those colors tend to resonate with the lower astral or the demonic realm more than other colors do. And they always tend to have this weird sort of dark element to them. And you really do not have to have that in performances. It is definitely a design choice. This is making me dizzy. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's actually these little marquees that are inside of this golden tunnel that he's in. And I was trying to read what they say, and it looks like I paused it just at the right moment, and it actually says gone and feel nothing. Gone and feel nothing. This is very creepy, because the moving camera and all of the lights make it so it's a little bit of a hypnotic effect when you overwhelm your brain and it cannot focus, it cannot get a clear image of what it's seeing. What happens is it creates a trance-like state. And when you're in that trance-like state, you can actually just absorb messages, you can absorb words into your subconscious mind directly. And so that is very strange. There's also some other words in the marquee. Maybe you guys can write them on the comment section, but it definitely said gone and feel nothing. And I see that in the corner waiting to burst forward is some creature, some person in the same outfit that The Weekend is wearing, and he's got what looks like burn victim masks on. So they're ready to pop out at us. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, I see. So they're all wearing what look like burn victim masks. I see another marquee that says, again, alone. Why are we wanting to use the word alone, feel nothing, gone, enough in marquees during a halftime show? Again, I can think of so many more interesting words, or even words of encouragement for a population of people that have been under lockdown that feel all of these things. But I think I know what's going on here with the masks. I think what they're trying to maybe say is that he can't feel his face when he's with you. And so because he can't feel his face when he's with you, that it makes sense to have these burn victim masks on. And honestly, the makeup actually looks like people have been in a car accident or something. This is actually kind of very bizarre and very dark. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it kind of looks like the lower astral just went and just threw up into this halftime show. Let's continue. I'm really sensitive to going into trance states, and so I can tell immediately when there's anything kind of hypnotic going on, because I will feel myself going into that, because I go into trance very easily. I'm a mystic, so I've cultivated that space. So when it starts happening with different light flashes and things like that, or moving of things, I really feel it. Oh my God. I feel like things are just getting so weird in 2021. The guitar player was like rocking out. He's like, yeah, I'm playing the Super Bowl. And then he has this mask that's basically like a disco mask that's like silver and it's shiny, and he's just also playing his guitar with like a mask. I'm not talking about like a COVID mask. I'm talking about like a full-on disco mask, and he's going for it. This is all about masking. This is all about masking and wearing masks, and maybe even glamorizing masks, maybe even making masks cool, making masks fashionable, interesting, and glamorous. It looks like I just paused it on the right position here, and I can see that there's another marquee that actually says your mind. Touch, alone, ours, you, and then your mind. This is weird. This is unusual. It's unusual. It's very hypnotic. These are the kind of things that you would probably say if you were wanting to honestly influence in some way, honestly.
It's magic, 'cause I see nobody but you. I'm never confused. Hey, never so used to be used. So I said, oh, when you call unexpected, my baby, so I'm the girl of you. So, baby, I'm the care for you. Oh, 'cause girl, you love me. You're always worth it. And you deserve it. Okay, the way you work it, my baby. 'Cause girl, you know, say, girl, you
I'm wondering if, I don't listen to The Weekend, but maybe Alone and Touch are some of his songs, and this is his way of promoting the songs. But the songs titles go so well with the sort of crisis that we're in, you know. No touch, alone. That's what I actually think that it probably is. Maybe these are his songs. Hi guys, I'm just editing this video, and I wanted to pop on and update you guys on whether the marquees in the audience that are saying alone, enough, your mind, if they were songs that he was singing, and they're not actually. And I thought for sure these must be the songs that are being sung, or some of his songs, because, you know, why use those words? But they're not. Nope, those aren't the songs that he sung that night. So they are literally just floating out there for our minds to take in. Back to the video. Okay, we're on the field now, and it's like marching and the burn victim mask people. It kind of has a zombie feel. It almost feels like it's very zombie-like to me. This marching reminds me of the opening of the Gotthard Tunnel when they were doing the marching. Really reminds me of that. Masks are really at another level, I have to say. They are, I mean, masks are such a tool in the occult. I don't think people realize the occult significance of masks. Everything from thinking about the Venetian masks, the Venetian masquerade ball masks that are often heavily tied to rituals, especially dark magic rituals. Also in shamanism, masks are incredibly significant. A lot of shamans will not even, you know, enter ceremony without their masks on, and we can see that especially with the African shamanism masks and South American shamanism masks, but also I believe the Aleutian Islands and Alaska also has a huge culture of those shamans that actually wear masks. And the thing about wearing masks is that it removes your individuality and it removes the personality, it removes your personality. And that's why shamans wear them. is that when they go into a trance, they put on their mask and they remove themselves so that they can take on a higher personality or a higher discarnate being that they may perceive as a god. They may perceive this as probably a god, a higher being. And so they remove their personality, they remove their identity by removing their face. And our face is what allows us to share emotion with each other and really project energy together, back and forth together. It's extremely human. You can always tell what someone's feeling by their face. And so what shamans would do is they would wear these masks and they would conceal their personality and their identity, and that would allow this higher entity to come in. So this is it's an incredibly occult thing to wear a mask and to cover the face, because you could easily be doing that as well by doing this practice now. So that's always been one of the things about masking and the mask culture that I find very interesting, is a lot of people just really don't care about the esoteric significance of masks and how they are used in the occult. We just sort of live at a very ignorant kind of like low level where we don't realize that there's a lot of symbolism happening in our lives that we are just kind of taking in and digesting, that basically goes right into our consciousness and becomes part of our working lexicon, right? And so this video is 100% about masking and wearing masks and normalizing masks, glamorizing masks. And it definitely feels like one big commercial for masks. This could be also why they're all dressed exactly the same in the black and red, is because they're removing their identity, they're removing their individuality. And that is, you know, wearing uniforms, wearing robes is often part of a cult ritual where everybody in the ritual will wear the same color, they'll wear the same outfit, and that allows them to synthesize almost as one unit. This can also be a control tactic for social control, as we've seen in very totalitarian states, the use of uniforms and uniformity to have society lose its individuality and lose its independence. So there's a lot of symbolism and a lot of significance to our subconsciousness, and just to wearing uniforms and to having that uniformity. So at the end, all of the rogue masked figures will just collapse onto the ground.
The National Football League thanks you for watching the Pepsi Super Bowl 55.
Well, wasn't that just a delight? So that's what I have to say. Just taking a look at this, I want to know what you guys think in your comments. Please don't forget to like, share this video if you enjoy it and you want to keep this conversation about the occult hidden in plain sight. Share it with your friends, share it with your family. Let's keep this conversation going. And as always, all my love your way. And